There is a new proposal on the books right now, a new law being proposed for handling noise in the plateau and downtown Ville-Marie. It's awful. I don't know how many millions they spent on the studies, but they didn't listen to the people that matter. And what they've proposed will 100% accelerate the destruction of music venues, therefore culture, nightlife, accelerate gentrification, all of those things. At the core of it, instead of having a $1,000 to $2,000 fine for noise complaints, and this can come after a single complaint, that fine is now $10,000. If venues were closing because they were getting $1,000 to $2,000 fines, how do you think a $10,000 fine will affect things? So let's go through the list. Most recently, Blue Dog, La Tulipe, Divorange, Les Beaubards, Inspecteur Épingle, Green Room, all venues that have closed because of noise complaints.
People move to the plateau because it's the hip and trendy area of town. They don't want any of the things that made the plateau hip and trendy in the first place.
Sad thing is, I said this in a video more than 10 years ago. Nothing has changed 10 years later. I spoke with a bunch of city councilors, all this. We told them exactly what they wanted. They didn't do it. One of the things we wanted was agent of change legislation. Agent of change, I believe was started in Melbourne, Australia. Basically says if somebody changes the situation, whether it's a residential becoming commercial, commercial being residential, the person who pays for the soundproofing is the person who changed the situation. Pretty straightforward. Talked to people, they said, hey, we put it in, we put it in. What they put in was making it illegal to change zones. That's not at all what we asked for. And sure enough, what happened in La Tulipe is somehow, magically, they managed to change zones.
A few years back, the city of Montreal gave a neighbor the green light to turn a commercial building into a residential one. He has been complaining about the noise ever since.
The people who are making these decisions are changing what Montreal is. And for me, this is not what made me want to stay in Montreal. What made me want to stay in Montreal is what makes it fun. That makes it possible for me to make a living. Played at Montreal Jazz Fest. I've played at festivals all across the province. I've toured. But I also have played and still play in small to medium-sized venues. They are accepting feedback on this. I welcome you to read it. The deadline for feedback is today, Friday, July 25th. As usual, there's not nearly enough time for people to read through things and get a good sense of it. I would recommend checking out what Montreal 24/24, Les SMAC, and Sergio from Turbo House have to say about it.
A $10,000 fine for a first offense of a noise complaint that can be called in by a single person that is at the discretion of the arriving officer is absolutely fine.
And in fact, some of them were consulted for this, but clearly their consultations were not actually listened to. Check it out, give your feedback. Hopefully the feedback will actually go somewhere. I am very jaded about these things because I know that, this is what they do. They put out this stuff. All of their people have already read it. Everybody in the office was encouraged to send in their feedback saying how great it is. And then finally, when the rest of the community gets a chance to look at it and look and see how awful it is and how broken it is, we perhaps don't have as many voices in there. There's Montreal, there's Toronto, and there's Vancouver. Those are the three major cities in Canada. Only one of those is known for culture and nightlife. Let's help it continue to be the case.